In this video, we will discuss about dependent application. Dependent application means some application require other application to work properly. Which means that suppose if you have application number 1 which depend on application number 2, then both application number 1 and application number 2 need to be allowed and the security policy to work. As an example, suppose if we have YouTube and you want to use YouTube to allow the YouTube to work for users. So youtube.com depend on Google base. It means you need to allow Google base as well. So therefore, we need to allow YouTube and Google base both in the same security policy or any other rule to work properly. Now the question is how we know that this application depend on other application. It's so easy, you can easily find if you go to object and go to application. So in this case, suppose we just check YouTube. So if I type YouTube here and go to YouTube base and click on the application, so it open application window and here it said depends on, that it require Google base. This is one way. Second, you can go to Applipedia and the same thing you can type here as well, YouTube, and you can go to YouTube base, because we focus on the YouTube base, so I need to click on the YouTube base, and here is mentioned depends on application or Google base. Not only this, you can check any application. Suppose Office on Demand, I want to check this one. So Office on Demand require MS Office 365 base, SharePoint Online, SSL and web browsing. These are the dependent application. This is one way. Second is so easy. In the new firewall, what they done, if you want to create any policy and want to allow, suppose if I want to allow YouTube for our users. So if I type YouTube here, okay, YouTube base, and click here, it see here on the right side, you can see depends on. It will easily show you. It's so easy nowadays in this next generation firewall Palo Alto. They will mention here and you just click here and here is a add to current rule and that's it. Similarly, suppose I give an example Office on Demand. So Office on Demand, if I type here and click outside, you see it's require these two application, MS Office and SharePoint, and just click OK and now it's completed. Now this YouTube and Office on Demand will work properly. Otherwise it will not work. So these are called dependent application. So I show you, you can go to application detail window to find out. You can go to Applipedia to find out. And there is an easy way whenever you try to create any application. So when you type the application on the right side in the application window, it will show you depends on application automatically. Okay, let me give an example. Suppose we have a user with the name Joe from inside zone and want to access Office on Demand in the outside zone. So Joe type login.microsoftonline.com and destination port is 443. Let me do the same thing. So I have an inside zone PC1 and this is our outside zone. So what I will do, I type login microsoftonline.com. So now what will happen? Initially firewall will detect SSL. In our case, we have decryption policy. It may be web browsing. So now in the HTTPS GET request, Palo Alto firewall match with the SSL application. Now make sure that SSL is allowed. Suppose SSL is allowed and it is allowed. Now after a while, when the firewall examine every packet, the firewall detect another application. This SSL application shift from SSL to Office on Demand. Now Office on Demand application require MS Office 365 base and SharePoint aligned to work, as I show you. And you can easily find out, go to firewall and go to policies. So whenever you try to allow Office on Demand, go to application, and suppose if I type Office on Demand, and when you click, it will show you these are the dependent application. Just choose add to current rule and you are done. So those dependent application is already allowed, suppose. Then Office on Demand will work. And that's why if I access this one, if I go to monitor, here you will find, let me refresh, and it should be here. So let me go to the other page and you will find Office on Demand. Here is, this is web browsing, and here is, so web browsing, and let's go to, it should be here. Let me go back and let's try again. So if I try to refresh few times this one, okay, and let me check now. So we have DNS request now, and let's try again. Here is, and OneDrive business. Okay, this is OneDrive. Yeah, so here is, let's see, MS Office 365 base. MS Office 365 base is required whenever I try to access Office on Demand. So these to be allowed. We will discuss how the application are shipped. That is a separate topic. But in this video, I just show you how dependent application work and how you can find out that this application depend on this application, and how in the security policy you can easily add those dependent application.